What is remote high ticket sales and how can it get you to making 5 to 10K a month in the next 90 days? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what remote high ticket sales is, how it works, and how I use this opportunity to go from being dead broke about 3 years ago, living with my parents with $500 to my name, to now having built a life of complete freedom where I'm making well over 100K per year. I'm traveling, right now I'm in Spain, I've been in Colombia, Mexico, all while taking sales calls from my computer for info product businesses and making anywhere between 5 to 15K per month doing that for me personally, and exactly how you can do the exact same thing for yourself. I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide, everything that you need to know so you can actually implement this, take action, and start making money online in the fastest way possible. And it's not gonna be some like course selling video where I'm trying to like sell you some course or like one of those like guru videos you've probably seen before. In this video, I want to walk you through like it really is actionable steps and explain this opportunity, because a lot of people that write to me on Instagram and they see my YouTube channel, they don't actually know what remote high ticket sales is and why it's the best path to making money online. So I'm gonna explain to you everything and give you a clear path of how to actually get into this industry so you can start making money online right away after this. So let's get into it. The first thing we need to understand is like when you're a beginner, or even if you're a bit more advanced, if you're starting out from zero and you've never made money ever online before in your entire life, or if you try doing maybe like SMMA, you try doing like an agency, you try doing drop shipping or e-commerce or trading or whatever it is, the biggest kind of first principle we need to understand is that if your goal is to get to $10,000 per month, which is most people's goal, because that's when you can start living life and having more freedom and traveling and things like that, if that is your goal, you need to really look at things from a very objective perspective and realize that the fastest path to get 10K a month for most people is not going to involve you having to learn multiple different skills, having to learn like sales, how to market yourself, how to run ads, how to book sales calls, how to close deals, how to do multiple different things. And that's what most business models that you hear these gurus talk about involve. If you look at, for example, trading, trading is a very complex skill to learn, where when you learn the skill, you're using it and you're losing out on money until you get good at it. It's a lot of risk involved with that. Multiple skills to learn and risk involved with it. A lot of luck involved with it as well. Another thing is SMMA, you have to learn sales, usually marketing, getting results for your clients, dealing with clients, fulfillment, multiple different skills to be learned. Same thing with e-commerce as well. You have to learn how to run ads, how to find good products, stay up to date with trends. There's multiple different skills that you need to master, which is why it's harder to succeed with. And that's the first principle you need to understand when it comes to you getting to 10K per month. If you can just focus on one single skill, and mastering one skill is going to be way, way faster and simpler to do, because you can put all of your energy, all of your like attention units into one single thing instead of 10 different things. And that's something that happened to me as well, because I was doing SMA for a long time. I was doing an agency for a long time, and I struggled making money from that because of this exact reason, because it was a very complex model where I had to learn multiple different skills at the same time. And I was very overwhelmed, As when I was like 18, 19 years old, I was running an agency and I didn't know like, okay, so I'm getting clients, I'm like doing cold calls, booking new clients, and I have to close them, and then I have to get results for them. I have to learn how to do copyright, how to run ads, sales, like multiple different skills that you're trying to like max out. And the thing with that is you will never get to a point where you make 10K a month unless you're good at all the different skills. You have to be good at sales, you have to be good at marketing, you have to be good at fulfillment, you have to be good at client communication. All those different things have to be at a high level in order for you to win with the business, which is why it's hard for a beginner or even someone more advanced to get into. Because you need skills and you also need capital usually to succeed with it, in drop shipping, in trading as well to get into it. So that's the first principle, and the thing that solves this, is doing something like remote high ticket sales. And the reason for that is because with remote high ticket sales, instead of building a business, you're focusing on one single skill set. That's it. You're not building a business and having to deal with clients and learn multiple different skills. You're focusing on one single thing. The risk is way lower because instead of having to start a business and invest your own capital, you're basically working for an already successful business. So just explain to you like what this actually looks like, what remote high ticket sales is you basically just learn the skill of sales, how to speak with people, how to talk with people over a call, how to handle objections, how like your tonality should be, the scripts, what to say and things like that. You need to learn that skill set of like how to actually sell over Zoom, like over Zoom calls, And then basically what you do is you go into an info product business. You probably know people like Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins. Basically people that sell information online coaches and like online entrepreneurs. That's the industry that you work in when you're doing this. So how the path looks like to get into this, you basically just need to find one client. You don't need multiple clients like with copywriting or any other things. You don't need to have like 5 different clients to make 10K a month. You need one single good client to work with, and you need the skill set. That's what it takes. And then basically what you do when you're in remote high ticket sales is you basically just take sales calls for one of these entrepreneurs. Because if you think about it, like for example, like Iman Gadzhi, someone like that, someone that has a big business, they have a lot of interest. A lot of people are reaching out to them. A lot of potential customers are reaching out to the business owner, and they can't take all of those calls themselves, because they're busy people and they can't just speak with like thousands of people on like a weekly basis, So they need someone who can come in, take those calls, someone who's good, someone that has a high level of skill, who can talk with people, who can communicate and basically enroll people into their coaching program for them. And that's where you come into the picture, If you're well trained and if you have the right way of like finding a business, it's pretty simple to get into. I work with a lot of people that come from zero experience, have never done something online ever before. They come in, they get trained up inside of my mentorship program. And I'm not trying to like pitch you on my mentorship, I'm just trying to give like an example of what it could look like to get into this. I have multiple guys who come in, they focus in like around 1 to 2 weeks, just learning the skill, getting good, practicing. We call it role playing, so like they learn the skill, they learn the scripts, the tonality, I give them feedback, and then they eventually start role playing, start practicing it, and then they get into a business in literally like 2 to 4 weeks, because they committed to it. So the path is so much like faster to do it, because the only thing you need is number 1, the skill, practice the skill, and then work with the business. And the thing with this is like it's going to give you the freedom that you're looking for. Instead of having to build a business in order to make 10K a month and have freedom, you can do the same thing with remote high ticket sales. Because with remote high ticket sales, you're taking sales calls from a business owner. You decide exactly when you want to work, how many hours. You literally like block out your calendar, decide how many calls you want to take for the business every single day. You take the calls from your computer, so you can sit anywhere. You can sit like I'm right now in Marbella, Spain. You can sit in like wherever you are in the world and take calls from your computer. It's very relaxed. You're usually working around like 4 to 6 hours per day in most businesses. So very relaxed, and you get compensated based on your performance. So if you want to make more money, you can get into a better business, you can improve your skill set, or just work a bit more, and you make more money by doing it. It's a very simple path to go in. So I'll walk you through like the steps of like how you can actually get started in this industry and like the keys to success in just a second. But first thing here that I really want to understand is like the path to 10K a month is so much simpler and so much faster for you when you're focused on one single thing. When I went from running my SMA, I was so overwhelmed. I was making like pretty much no money at all because everything that I was making was going back into the business. The profit was very low. And I ended up shutting that down. I got into remote high ticket sales because I heard of some friends who were doing it. Got a mentor who could show me the ways of getting into it, someone who was already successful in remote high ticket sales. And I was able to get trained up and then scaled from 0 to 10K a month in literally 3 months of starting the industry. 3 months. Whereas with the SMA, it's been taking me almost 2 years to get to a point where I was not even making close to that. And that's because it's simple, straightforward path. The only thing you need to do to get better is number 1, improve your skill, which is role playing more, getting more feedback, and is having a mentor who can like show you and learn. Number 2 is getting with a business. That's literally it. Like there's no more complexity. There's not landing multiple clients and not like you're running ads, so you have to get the results, like none of those things. You just need to know what you're doing and be a very good business. That's it. And you can scale. I know people that's making 25K, 30, even 40K per month in this industry. And then the good thing that a lot of people, you're probably asking yourself as well, like, Alex, I don't want to be doing sales for the rest of my life. I see this as a good path to make 10K per month, sure. But like, what's the long-term game to it? And that's a good question, because the thing is that there is a lot of long-term aspect to this as well. Because down the road, if you're learning sales, you're learning the most fundamental skill in business. Especially if you're learning it in the online high-ticket sales info product space. You're getting connected with very high-level 7, 8-figure business owners that have connections that are going to be like super valuable for you. And that means you can in the future use that to be able to, for example, if you want to become like a sales manager and make 50, 60K per month managing a sales team, you can do that. If you want to be able to grow into maybe having your own offer, selling your own coaching, and teaching other people to do what you're doing, you can do that down the road. That's kind of the path that I've taken, doing high ticket sales and then helping other people do the same thing that I've been doing. There's a lot of paths you can take long term, and you can also start your own business. You can start investing your money into like stocks, real estate. Everything just opens up because number 1, you get connections with high level people, and number 2, you build capital and the skills that are like invaluable for business. Because you need to understand that whatever thing you're trying to do in the future, you will benefit from learning sales. There's no like, oh, I wasted my time, I wasted 2 years or 3 years of my life making 10K a month and learning sales. Like, you're never gonna say that, you know. So yes, for you, sales might not be like the end all be all, you know. For a lot of people, they're doing sales for maybe like 2-4 years, and they're done with the industry and they go on to their next venture, and that's fine. But you need to understand that you will go on to your next venture, wherever you want to do long term, with so much more better preparations. You will be so much better prepared for where you're getting into. Because you have capital, you have skills, you have connections. This can set you up for success. I would never been able to start a business and run like the type of business I'm running right now as an entrepreneur without the sales experience that I've gotten for the last 3 years of selling for other businesses. It's invaluable. I've learned how an 8-figure business operates because I've been working inside of an 8-figure company closing deals for them. I got in free mentorship. I even got paid to get mentored by an 8-figure business owner. All of this is possible by being in remote high-ticket sales. And this is why I believe this is the best path to take. If you're, really, regardless of how old you are, you can be 16 to literally like 30 years old. As long as you're driven, you want to have the freedom of working anywhere, you want to set yourself up and learn a skill that's going to be with you for the rest of your life, you need to learn remote high-ticket sales. It's going to change your life, not only financially, but also we can get into like the confidence in terms of learning like communication, learning human psychology and your relationships. Everything in your life is going to improve a lot when you focus on learning a skill like this. It's gonna just like take you to the next level in terms of understanding other people, in terms of learning how to communicate, in terms of how like your confidence and your internal certainty. When you know that you have a skill that you develop inside of you that no one can take away from you, and regardless of what happens with the economy, you can always go out and make money with that. Imagine like when you wake up in the morning, you know, when you maybe right now you wake up and you're kind of like unsure, you don't know really what's gonna happen, maybe your business isn't really working out, and like you're doing a lot of outreach or whatever it is, and it's not actually getting you results. Or trying to figure out like what business should I do. What I can tell you is like what I experience now is something that I could never even imagine before. Because before I was always like, okay, what's gonna be the next business venture? What's gonna make me 10K a month? Now I know that like I'm never gonna make less than 10K a month because of the skill that I have developed. Because I know how to sell, I know how to solve the most important problem for these businesses in a space that's growing very quickly in the e-learning space. And to give you the actionable steps that I mentioned in the beginning of like how to actually get into this, number one, I want you to understand that like in this industry, you're not cold calling. You're not reaching out to cold customers and trying to like force someone to buy a product. When you're doing high ticket remote sales for these businesses that I'm talking about, info product businesses, you're taking inbound calls, which means that you basically have people that are reaching out to the business owner because the fact that the business owner is doing the marketing for you. This is very different from traditional sales roles, but in traditional sales, you're used to like knocking doors, cold calling, getting your own like prospects, getting your own leads, if that makes sense. In this industry, it doesn't work like that. How it works instead is the business owner is doing all the marketing. They're paying a lot of money out of their own pocket to get you people to speak with, get you warm customers, people that already know the business, that know, likes, and trust them. And then your job is just to have a conversation with those people, overcome their limiting beliefs, get them a bit more confident in themselves, and overcome any like objections that they have, and then get them into the program. That's it. And then for doing that, you get paid a commission, which is usually around 10% of the program price. In this industry, program prices are usually around on the low end like 3K, on the high end there's programs that cost like 10K, even 25K. And that's a big part of this industry, and that's why this is so profitable, because you're selling high ticket, like expensive programs that you get a commission off of. You usually get paid around 10% commission. That's industry average, which then means that you have a lot of like income potential, because you don't need to close that many deals to make 10K a month. If you're selling a 5K program, you get paid a 10% commission. That's $500 every single time you close a deal. If you do that once per day, every single day, like every single, if you do one of those sales, like you're just making $500 per day for doing that. You know, such a simple game, because you're getting big commissions for every single sale that you make as a result of that. So that's kind of how the industry works. And like for you to get into this right now, number one, learn a skill. Find someone who like that you believe in, someone that you resonate with, that actually has this skill set. Focus on learning the skill. Number two, start role playing. Start practicing the skill set. Start actually and like really implementing the stuff that you're learning. Actually get feedback from someone who can show you what to tweak and the tonality hacks and things like that to get better at it. And then once you're confident in the skill, once you're good at it, you need to find like unique ways to reach out to these business owners and get in contact with business owners. There's two different ways you can take. Number one is reaching out through different ways on like Instagram, YouTube, mail, different platforms like that. And number two, second way, is getting into private networks. You know, for example, I have a private network where I connect guys with businesses that I know that are hiring. So if you want to get into my network, you can click the link down below of this video. You can go to my inner circle, and inside of there, I help you out with all these things I walk you through in this video. You get the training, you get the live coaching from me personally, where I literally hold your hand. I help you get into a business. I show you how to reach out to businesses. You get everything you need to go from zero to literally landing a role and getting into your first 10K a month doing that. So as long as you're ready to put in the work, if you want my help, you can hop in there and I can help you out with all these different things. But regardless, here I've summarized everything I'm talking about in this video. Understand that if your goal is to get 10K a month, understand that you need to take the simplest and fastest path to get there by focusing on one thing and not 10 different things. Remote high-ticket sales is something that's going to be around for a long time. It's a skill set that's always going to be valuable. You're focusing on learning sales, which is a fundamental thing that solves problems for all businesses. And you're doing it in an industry where you're talking with warm prospect, you have more freedom, you can make more money, it's more profitable. It's literally like the ideal setup. And you can be selling offers from any industry. It could literally be make money online. It could be how to lose weight. It could be relationship coaching. There's a bunch of different industries to sell within, but it's all in like self-improvement and like basically solving problems people are facing and making their life better. So you can also sell stuff that you actually stand behind. There's offers literally like anything you can imagine. There's, like I said, how to make money online with a specific opportunity. It could be how to like cold approach for men. There's very specific niches as well, like how to make money from video games. There's a lot of different niches you can be selling. So you can actually find an offer that you strongly believe in. Let's say you're super into like keto diet or like carnivore diet. You can find someone who's selling a carnivore offer and sell it for them. Instead of selling some like shady service you don't really believe in, you can sell something that you truly believe in, you truly stand behind, which just makes it so much more enjoyable as well as a result of that. So that's it for the video. If you find this valuable and if you want my help in terms of getting into this, click the link down below and join my inner circle. I can help you out inside of there. Only do that though if you're ready to actually put in the work, because none of the stuff that I walk you through right now is a get rich quick. It's gonna take hard work and commitment in order for you to succeed with this. But if you're ready for that, click the link down below and hop in my inner circle. I'd love to help you out inside of there. Thanks for watching the video. Leave any questions down below and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next episode. Let's get it. Ciao.